I'm Lolo Ganaiki, and joining me all the way from Nigeria is 2Face Idibia. Welcome to America, 2Face.
Thank you.
So many people have called you the king of Nigerian R&B, the king of African pop music. Well, what do you make of that title? You're laughing.
Wow. I don't know about being the king, but you know, I'm doing my thing, and you know, we thank God.
You're a big deal throughout the continent, and I want to give people a sense of just how huge you are. Page views on YouTube for your videos are in the millions. I don't even know how many albums you've sold, but definitely in the millions. Probably more, but Nigeria has the piracy issue, so we got to deal with that.
Yes.
African Queen was an international success and an anthem. And you cannot walk down the street without being mobbed. What is it like to be you in Nigeria?
It's crazy, you know, it's crazy, but I just like to be myself. Some people, when they see me, they don't believe it's me. You know, they be like, nah, that's not 2Face. The guy just looks like him. Because I like to just be. So, I mean, you know, and I think that makes it easy for me to be able to handle and control.
So let's talk about the name 2Face. Where did that even come from? And first of all, what is your real name and what does it mean?
Okay, my real name is Innocent Idibia. As in innocent, as in not guilty.
Not guilty,
yes,
okay. Good to know.
Yes, sir. 2Face for me is me as the ordinary guy and me as the artist, you know. So it's like, never judge a book by its cover. It's like when you see somebody from afar, there's always your first impression about somebody is always about what they look like, or you understand me now. But when you get to know people, you know the real them. So that's 2Face for me.
Out of a million, you stand as one, they are standing one. I look into your eyes, girl, what I see is paradise. Hey, you captivated my soul. Now every day I want you more.
Talk to me about African Queen. It's one of the biggest songs of your career. Did you have any idea that it was going to be such a huge international hit? It was featured in the movie Fat Girl starring Monique.
Yeah, you know, when you do stuff, you listen to it, you'll be able to know, you can tell if it's a good song or if it's not too good. And I prayed for it to be a hit song, and it became a hit song, you know. But the speed and the level that it went, it was so, you know, it was like, all of a sudden it was everywhere. So it took me unawares, but, you know, I suspected it was going to be a hit, and it became a hit.
So how did it end up in the movie Fat Girls?
It was somebody that knew somebody that played it for somebody that somebody listened to, and then somebody loved it. Somebody was doing a movie, and I really, felt good, you know, about the whole thing.
It's definitely one of the top 5 songs played at every Nigerian wedding,
yes,
that's for sure.
Yes, so I've had to play at so many weddings because of that song.
Do you want to sing a little bit of it for me right now? Come on.
Hey,
you can serenade me. Can I be your African Queen right now, please?
Just like the sun light up the earth, you light up my life, that's why I say you are my African queen, and that is the African beauty. Yeah, no worry, when you come my show, you'll see I'm live.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, a lot of your songs are about love. Are you a romantic?
I wouldn't say. I'll leave that to the people to say. I believe in it, though. I believe in it, and if you ask, the reason why I'm saying that is if you ask me if I'm a romantic person, I wouldn't be able to say if I am or not.
But in your videos, you bring flowers. You're always singing about your feelings.
Yeah, I try to be cool and nice and as romantic as I can be. And you know, so if it's romantic enough, they'll let me know.
They'll let you know?
Yes.
Okay. I want to talk about your sound because I really think you're a pioneer of African pop music in its modern form.
Excuse me, stand by your side and say no, Shakina, excuse me, sister, can I ask you, can you tell me what your name, are you existing here?
You blend English, Pidgin, Igbo, reggae, hip-hop, R&B.
Yeah.
How do you do all of that, and why did you decide to do that? Because you could have just gone a very traditional route, but you sort of broke the mold and introduced this whole new sound.
Okay. For many of us, the youths in Africa right now, our orientation is quite different from the old school. You know, I mean, it's not like they didn't go to school and all that, but you know, school, internet, global village now. You know what I mean. So it's like we know everything. I want to do music for the sake of music, and I want to do music that will cut across the whole world. So for me, it's just important that I blend all these aspects of myself into my music, you know, so I don't limit myself to just one.
But when you started, people weren't doing that at all. So what was the initial reaction to that? Did people immediately embrace it? Did they get it? Or did they think, who's this 2Face guy? What is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, people before me have done similar stuff, you know. And then, like I said, English is the official language that we speak in Nigeria, you know. So people have been using English too, and then they've been doing contemporary music, you know, for a long time. So I guess sometimes when you do stuff, when you want to do something, if you force it, it won't come out natural. It won't blend, so to speak. You know, so some people should stick to the one that they're comfortable with, which is maybe the traditional music.
Yeah.
Because if they try to do hip hop or something like that,
it just won't work.
It won't come out natural. So for me, I just try to come out as natural as I can be. I just try to come out as me.
Now, what you grew up listening to?
I grew up listening to reggae, high life, Afro beats, R&B, blues, you know, Michael Jackson 5, Temptations, Bob Marley, Jimmy Cliff. You know, all of them. My dad had a lot of records, old school records in the house. So I would just go and play them, and they'd be like, do you know who that is? I'm like, man, I'm loving it, I'm loving it.
Now, I read somewhere that you were quite the dancer when you were a little boy as well. As soon as the music came on, you were up and grooving. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I did my bit. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the baddest dancer, but I used to dance like very, very well. Yes.
So you'd get the party started, right?
Yeah, you know.
Now, where are you from in Nigeria?
I'm from Benue State.
Okay.
It's like right in the middle of Nigeria.
And that's in, what, Jos?
Yes, it shares border. It's close to Jos, yeah.
And what is in the water there? Because you're from that area, P Square, one of the biggest groups in Nigeria is from that area, MI, one of the biggest rappers in Nigeria is from that area. What is in the water in Jos?
I don't know. I think a whole lot of us, our parents, once upon a time, you know, lived in Jos. So, although Benue, where I'm from, we used to be one state, Jos, Benue, Plateau State. That's where Jos is in right now. So we used to be one state before it was divided into two states. Jos is it's a very, very funky town. You know, it's somewhere that, you know, they really they blend with, you know, a lot of stuff from America, from this side of the world, you know.
So you were really exposed to Western culture.
Yes, you know, so they understood a whole lot of this stuff.
So you're listening to what, New Edition and Bobby Brown and all those people?
Yeah.
Okay.
New Edition, you know, ABC.
Now, I think it was interesting for me to realize that you started off doing jingles when you were a young kid.
Yes.
How did you even get into that?
Okay, I was in school, and this guy, he heard me sing, you know, and I was like, wow, okay. You know what? I'm a DJ in a radio, I'm a presenter in a radio station. I needed to do a couple of jingles for me. And then he took me to the studio and I did them. And he started playing it like a full song, you know. So he plays it every time before he starts his program, in between the program, before he ends the program. So the song was like a song on its own. And people were like, wow, okay, who did that song? And a couple of other guys came to me and were like, I should do jingles for them as well. You know?
Do you remember your first jingle? Come on, you know I'm going to ask you to sing it, so you have to remember.
Okay, I remember one. Maybe you want to get down or you're feeling lonely. It's about to get down. It's Kelvin Augusta, man. I know you want to party. It's like, you know,
Wow.
It's like,
Wait, how old were you when you wrote that?
I think I was like 14.
So you were a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're talking about if you
14
want to get
then.
down.
Yes, yes.
What did you even know about getting down back then at 14?
Yeah, I mean.
Were you always musical as a child?
Yes,
Okay.
I was. I mean, everything, my whole dream, I never dreamt of doing anything else as a kid. You know, just music. The funny thing is, I didn't have any formal music training. Nothing. I don't even know how to play any instrument. You know, I just started learning how to play the guitar now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My whole body, my mind, my spirit, my soul is with this. And you know how they say if your mind is set on something, there's no stopping you.
So make you just do your thing, make I do my thing, live and let living instead of to be feeling like a king on top of nothing. Stop the bragging on top of the posing because you know say all the vanity vanishing.
And we'll be back. 2Face Idibia Reach Out Foundation.
Yes.
What's your main cause? What's the cause that you're supporting? And
Okay, the theme of the foundation is service to humanity. Like for me, you know, like they say, to whom much is given, you know,
yes.
much is expected. And, you know, for me is, I mean, just like everybody says, just to give back, do just something, you know. So many people out there, so many things happening out there, so for me is anywhere that I can, you know, contribute something positively. You know, I work with a couple of other NGOs and we've done a couple of projects and we're still doing more and more and more right now.
You've been in the business for well over a decade, which is a long time,
yeah.
Nowadays especially.
I started on time.
You started on time. So what's been the secret to your success and how do you explain your longevity?
For me, I think is reinventing myself every now and then, you know, just doing quality music. I always try to just do, you know, music. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that, you know, 10 years from now will still be relevant.
And I understand, I mean, your CDs, even the way that they look, you're not settling. It's definitely, the lyrics have to have a certain quality, and the appearance, the packaging of your music has to have a certain quality level too.
Yes.
So why is that important to you? Because you could just put it out there.
Yeah, you know, we've tried that, you know, over the years. You know, because of the issue of piracy, we tried that and we brought down the price of our CDs because we couldn't compete with the pirates. The pirates were selling their CDs for less than $1. We started selling ours for like equivalent of $1, and that's how we could sell over how many million copies, because we brought the price down. But you know, after some time, the pirates, you know, they started bringing down the price. You know, it's even less than 50 cents now, man.
Are you kidding?
I'll tell you.
It's a huge
A
issue.
pirated copy of, you know, CD. You know, so it became a very serious problem. So for me, I'm like, look, music, there's supposed to be value for music. You know, so it came to this point where the music had no value. The empty CD had more value than when you put music on it.
That's sad.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, so it was just ridiculous. So I'm like, no. We're not going to do this. We have to let these people know that, look, we're not going to give in to what they're doing. So I decided to make my CDs the full package, complete, proper jukebox packaging of the CD. And I did it with pictures, lyrics, all the credits for everybody that worked on the album. You know,
Piracy
right
is a huge problem in Nigeria.
It is,
Throughout
it is.
Africa.
Yeah,
The movie
yeah.
industry suffers from it. The music industry obviously suffers.
Yeah.
Do you think that the government is doing enough to prevent piracy? Doing enough to fight it?
Well, see, this thing is, they don't even know the worth of the music industry. They don't even know, I mean, because everybody is concentrating on oil, on petrol, you know. But they don't even have an idea of what the music industry can generate. Because of the piracy, no proper record shops, no proper orientation on where to get original copies of, you know, so it's still shaky. So mostly we make more money from concerts and endorsements and, you know, all that than we do from record sales.
Do you think it's more difficult for an African artist to break out, to really make it big time?
Yes, it's definitely, I mean, possible. There's no impossibility in that. You know, it's just the right strategy and the right backup. Everything will happen. There's no magic to it. It's,
no magic.
Yeah, it's just the right strategy and the correct music to back it up, joint too, you know. Everything enter.
I want to talk about your near-death experiences. Now, is it true that you've had 3 of them?
Yes, man.
So you clearly have 9 lives.
Yes. Man. 9 lives. Well, man, that thing is, I don't know.
What happened?
Every time that I sit and I think and I look back at all those incidences, I'm like, okay. Wow, they happened randomly. It wasn't as if, you know, the first one was my house. They came to my house.
Really?
Yeah, and they came in and they were like, where's the money? Where's the money? Where your guy will get out? And as I was trying to answer them, they were just, you know, it was just being violent.
Did they beat you up?
They beat the hell out of me. They beat Shaggy. Allah.
Really? Did you think you were going to lose your life that night?
I fell unconscious. Yeah, they beat me to that level. So they took me and, you know, to the hospital. And when I woke up, my neck was bigger than my head. It was like swollen, like mad. You know, but I was lucky it didn't affect my spinal cord.
Yes. So then it happens again a second time.
This guy jumps out of nowhere and tries to open the car door. Open this door now, you know. And no time for negotiation. The guy just brought out his gun and just, boah!
Wait, shot
and he wanted
shot
to
the
open
window?
it from inside, yeah.
Goodness.
And, you know, I didn't know that, you know, the bullet hit me on my left thigh. And once that happened, I just opened the door and I just told my friend, let's go, no negotiation anymore. Let's just move.
And so then it happens a third time. What happened then?
Okay, that one was hilarious in the sense that...
I love that you're able to laugh about this, because most people would be like, I'm not leaving the house ever again.
It came down, there were like how many of them with guns, AK-47s. You know, it came down, everybody come out of the car, lie down, you know. And one guy was trying to run, they just, boop, 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 you know, they just started shooting, shot the car down. You guys have any money in this car? I said, no, it's just us, we just came from a show. It's me and my boss, 2Face, so he's the one. The guy said, which 2Face? 2Face? Where the 2Face? You know, he now came around, he saw me, and like, it's 2Face, huh? You tell us and you now. Why you not tell us and you? I said, me I go to tell us.
What do you learn from that? I mean, you faced death 3 times, stared it in the face. What lessons do you take from an experience like that?
Life is like this. Anything can happen, any second. You know, anything can happen. You know, you can be the most careful person on earth. You can be the holiest person on earth. You can be, you know, it just let me know that life is, you know, is like this.
Now, you've toured the world extensively. You've been everywhere. Favorite city to perform in?
I loved Moscow.
Really?
And, you know, I loved Moscow when I went to Moscow. And
what was the energy like in Moscow?
It was surprising. I was surprised to know that I had plenty fans out there.
So you've conquered Africa. What's next for you?
You can say that. I want the whole world to feel my music. I want the whole world to feel the world from my own perspective, you know. So, I mean, I want to go everywhere. I want to go all out. And I'm coming to America.
Coming to America.
I'm coming to America.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first. He's coming to America. Thank you, 2Face. Thank you for everything. It was a great conversation. Looking forward to many more and much continued success. And until next time.